Hi, I hope this is my last or my second last part. I was busy talking about the sickness of South Africa and how it is that it's because of basically failings in the patriarchy causing Jezebelic structures, and these then cause an entire nation to drown in darkness, causes a whole country to fall into the abyss, the canyon, however thinking that it's saved, that it's Sardian in nature. Sorry, not Sardian, that it's Philadelphian, but it's rather Sardian and Thyatiran. You can go check out the reputational statuses of those churches in the book of Revelation. What led me to write this message, this message was being pursued online, guys, by a married man. And it's not a full-on pursuit, cause lo muntu uyazama. But earlier, before Pula Estopa, Negibuwaka sliding into DMs, ne? And I was talking about how it is that there is no such thing as a platonic relationship between men and women, and that as a woman we have a responsibility to take care of the hearts of men. Don't lead them on. Guard your heart, for from it flows the issues of life, but you also have a responsibility for the heart of your fellow man. You cannot just flirt with strangers online because it feels good to be liked or appreciated. Because at the end of the day, you spark up feelings in the heart of a man for you when you accommodate his pursuit of you. How fraternize a man? He is going to think there is a real chance. So this thing that women do just so they can feel better about themselves, by responding to DMs that come in. I told you my process of DMs. Again, first of all, I'm a single woman, so I don't write off DMs that come in. I would have much rather met a guy on a crusade or in a missionary mission, and I know that he's a child of God and he's fervent. But I'm currently stranded at the back of my mom's house, and so I would not write off the prospect of my husband essentially being somebody that just happens upon my content on YouTube. Ili a single thriving guy, so flying like a bird, like an eagle soaring for the things of God. I don't write off that is a feasibility of me being connected with a man that way. So for those reasons, I don't dislike or write off DMs altogether. But when they come in, I essentially put them through some kind of a shortlisting process, a process rigorous, like fact checking and whatnot. I go into the person's profile, see if I'm first of all attracted to them physically. If not, I just move on because we all have taste and types. I then check out their entire profile, if at all ibulekhile, to see if they're godly, to see what it is that their timeline speaks about. If the timeline is not available, I don't respond at all. I need to know what I'm dealing with, right? If it's available and there's a whole bunch of God talk on there, and if they obviously are single, if they obviously have no kids, and I can see it in their profile, I will respond. I will likely respond, because then this might just be the dude. So he's full of Christ, and on top of that, he's nicely ripe and single. He looks like what I asked for in prayer. So I will respond. So far, no one of that nature has ever DM'd me so far, I have not responded to any DM. Men, when they DM you, give away all they say is, hi there, unjani, I'd like to get to know you. Whereas women, when they DM you, they will likely say, hey, I'd like to see if maybe you and I can't fellowship together and do something. Bahufa sentence, a constructive understanding as to why are they writing you. Dudes, bashala just like a construction worker on a skyscraper about to fall off it on a scaffolding, layer the bricks. Ashibile when I was tofiwa uniform and it's like, hello, nice. From that distance, Kia, hi, you're coming back home from school. Hello, nice. What do you know about me? There is intention behind there that is obviously just ominous, and frankly, I don't respond to it. There's only one guy that's ever written me, like some paragraph nyana to when Carlos says, why should we talk? And I responded to him, Mara, because I wasn't feeling him like that, I gave him very close-ended answers and kind of made it clear to him that I'm not comfortable with you DMing me in this way. But I didn't want to be rude and respond not to somebody who went out of their way to tell me, I saw this video of yours, I really felt encouraged by it, keep doing what you're doing, and I feel really blessed by your work. I'm not going to tell that dude, I'm not going to ignore a person like that, but I will also make it clear that if I continue to have this to and from conversation with you where we're fellowshipping in Christ, when Adam sees Eve, what he sees is bone of his bone, flesh of his flesh. He does not see a bosom buddy impinche, a sister with whom you can fellowship in Christ forever. Kumbaya, and that's all you do. At most, when you meet each other, you chest bump, you fist bump, or you hug, but there is no relationship. Men know what they want when they try to talk to a woman. So we have a responsibility as women, if we are not interested in being with a guy at all, to make it clear from the get-go that this is not going anywhere. Because once you string a guy along, once you give him any kind of a semblance of a hope that he could actually one day be lying in bed with you as a husband, he will develop strong, hard-knock feelings, and then that's the kind of stuff that produces stalkers when it does not work well. You don't know who you're dealing with. You're dealing with umuntu that is on the internet, and so you cannot afford to take much chances. Stalking is a real disease. It's a real issue, and people spend real money on it sometimes to make the life of a woman real impossible, or a man. So you should not be bringing for yourself more danger in your life than you already are dealing with in your ecosystem around in la from next door neighbor who can actually see in Ruyako. You don't want an online stalker. Do you understand? And sometimes people fall so in love with strangers in completely different portions of the planet that they literally cannot sleep at night. They toss and turn, and so you end up getting violently DM'd. You block that person, or you a new profile, a new ID. How usamo block him? A new page on Facebook, they will find that page. They will follow you on that page. There was a time when I wanted to run away from this dude in the US by starting a new YouTube channel and literally abandoning the old one altogether. But then I realized this is the internet, and in and of myself, I'm a social media person. I'm always going to be on social media. So for me, I dealt with it, but I wish I had not responded to him at all. As I speak to you right now, the same guy sendela 3,200 rands because back, and I had to send him an email every cutthroat telling him I don't want you, and you are not going to prosper to win me back. I led him to churches and pastors to deliver him in the United States that I know of, but he is obsessed and addicted. This is a man that tried to kill me, and he's tried to come back into my life again. I want for myself a stalker by not exercising these basic principles, and the stalker every so often just sends random chunky amounts of money into my bank account. So you might be thinking, Karabo, at least no, this is a man okulang, and this is a man that can't have a woman, and this is a man that South Africa in an aeroplane, I could find myself on the opposite end of a barrel, dying at his hands. The way I feel, if I can't have you, no one else will. So you don't want to garner for yourself stalkers, women. So in order to guard men from ending up like Ahab, and you being a little bit of a Jezebel, knowing that you can seduce and beguile a man to essentially do whatever you want him to do, you have a responsibility to leave that beguiling power inside a marriage where you have got a charge from God, to a call on your life from God to help a man along, to be his helper suitable. Otherwise, you have no business using all of that on somebody that is not, you're not even sure if you have got to protect these men from ending up stalkers. You have got to do that. So, DM, and you can tell that you're not interested, don't respond, because the response is the thing that sparks or charges feelings. It makes him feel like there's hope, there's a chance. You are stringing him alone. Hausa responde, you win some, you lose some. Move on, and the dude won't even remember you or think about you in 10 years, in 2 years, in 6 months from today. Protect the men from falling in love with you. It is irresponsible to let a guy just run rampant and amok with feelings. You're looking at 2 other options, 3 other options. You might be garnering for yourself a dude that's going to fall so violently in love with you that you're going to end up stalked and maybe even killed. So having spoken that, I wanted to let you guys know that I was inspired to do this entire series. Why South Africa? Why men are falling apart all over the show. It is because women respond to men like the one that DM'd me, despite Tabayaure, Unanyet. When a guy is like, hi there, hello, unjani. Marital status married. You shouldn't even say hi just to find out what he wants to say. You should just be here. Keep quiet. He will, if anything, be ashamed of himself for daring ukshela ngoba siyayazi kahle hello what it means, especially in the black community. Ke hello nice. Ke a from a distance. Ke go bona onjani because precisely wa go batla. La ha ka re a ke go shele wa go shela. Men are very purposeful. Ha bua le basadi. A ka se buile mosadi sa mo batleng in that capacity. A ka se buile ena. A ka se mozame. Hana tabana nako u busy doing other things. A ka zo khuluma nje necheri because mina ngifuna umngane. So since you know what their intentions are, bless him with disregard. Just ignore him. Final part.